idea out with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to go up. I don't know if this is just going to be a lie to these listeners.
It can be a little secret thing that we have in our banks, but so if it doesn't go up, we should explain that we are videoing, we are recording ourselves.
We are. We don't have visual aids or anything like this, so it shouldn't matter. That's not going to come in until we got it.
Yeah. Ooh.
But here we are. If you can see it, this
if
is
we
where
just
we
spend this whole podcast, but like acting like we do. Hey, did you see this?
Just explaining
that is
shit.
so undescribably funny. I don't even know where to begin.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Look at this image of look at Shaq's foot. Isn't that
That's
so?
what I hate on Hollywood Babylon. They do it live, and they have a lot of photos that they're like, oh, this is so-and-so, or have you seen this toy that looks like it's jacking off or something? And I'm just like, I can't see it. Now, they used to have a web page.
I want to see a toy jacking off.
I used to be able to access the web page, and it would show me like, oh, this is what we talked about, and I can go back later and look at it.
Well, wouldn't most people just put the photos up on their Facebook or Twitter so you can just go back over it?
Well, they do it on their...
I know it'd be live, but by the time you're listening to it, unless you listen live.
Well, that's what... They have it on their website. I don't think they do it on their Facebook. They might do like a montage of it. But, yeah. So... I understand how irritating that is, and for the time being, we won't be doing it.
No.
But if you can see, this is where we record.
Yeah.
This is just a cozy little garage.
From the visuals that I've seen of us, with the Irish flag in the background, there is we'll look it up later, because, we're trying not to do visuals, but there's an old Irish kids show that I used to watch called The Den, which was just a bunch of, like... It was there were shows around it, but it was on for like 2 hours, and then it was like, oh, now we got this on, and it was just basically an after school thing where they have just one guy hanging out with two puppets, and we look like that.
Really?
With Dustin the turkey, Connor was telling you about the turkey.
Good old Dustin the turkey.
That's where he started, and then Snotzer. He was
is he like a booger homeless guy?
No, he was like a pig, I think. There was Saki as well, which was a sock monster who ate your socks. They were just puppets, but yeah, it just looks like from what I see, it just looks like that.
Yeah.
And I would love someone to just screenshot it and then just write because they have a logo. I don't think it's on anymore.
Right.
Because it's.
Well, we can screenshot it. We can make it.
Yeah, I'd love to make it.
And that's the Irish flag is not there because Matt's Irish. It is there because I don't have another large thing. Or it was the first large thing I had.
Brazilian flag, but neither of us have any connection to Brazil. We went to the jacuzzi on Nate's. So Nate's gone, but on his last night, or was it second last night? We went to the jacuzzi, and there was a whole bunch of Brazilians there, who. So there's a whole bunch of Brazilians in my apartment complex. That's kind of like an exchange thing, and they stay there. But gosh, they're all beautiful. I'm not just talking about the women, the men. They're just. Fit like I don't know what it is, but they're all just physically cut. They're either thin and shredded or just jacked up guys. And
is it skinny muscle?
No, it's skinny and muscle.
Oh.
So there was one guy who probably only weighed about like 160 pounds, but I wouldn't even want to fight him. You know what I mean? Yeah,
there's a lot of people I wouldn't want to fight.
We were trying to. They didn't have the best English, so it was hard to ask them. But we were thinking about it. I'm guessing maybe they have like a military. I know that Turkey, you have to do 1 year in the military.
Oh, like just some mandatory life shit.
Yeah, and apparently it's not like, front line. It's just like 1 year of boot camp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think it's the same in Islam. I think.
I always thought that would be beneficial. Like, I mean, especially nowadays in America, to have it, like, go to high school or even between middle school and high school.
Yeah.
Like, go there because it just seems like with all the viral videos going around and, like, you just see all these little, like, 12-year-olds acting a fool. What did I just watch the other day on, it was this little kid, looked like he was between 10 and 12. He's in Walmart and he sets up a camera and he's like, I'm going to punt the shit out of this fucking football. And he gets the football, he looks around, waits, and just kicks it straight the fuck up, breaks a bunch of lights, and then just books. And he's cussing and all this shit. Now, I don't give a fuck about cussing, but you're 12, you should probably not do that.
You're basically... But, I think we agree that it would teach some level of like, discipline if they just spend, like... Because, like, my grandfather, who got drafted, he's like, whenever I remember when I was a kid, I was a little spoiled when I was a little younger, and I would say something, and he'd be like, "You wouldn't last a second." Like like if you ever said that in training, your sergeant, like
Mm-hmm.
and that always, everything I said, that always, I could just hear him in the back, like, just don't, like, not like oh, I should do the stupid thing, and be like, no, why? Don't do that. You know what videos I hate? The kids falling with the stupid milk thing. Have you ever seen that?
I saw the one who failed. Like, he threw it and like.
No, so the whole idea is that they have 2 gallons of milk in each hand, and then they walk, and then they like pretend to trip really badly, and then throw the milk in the air, and it falls.
Yeah. And
everyone's like, and I saw it shared so many, and people are laughing so much, and then I find it funny too. But then I started thinking, someone's gonna have to clean that.
Oh yeah.
And it's probably someone even the same age as them probably has to come up and clean that, and these little shits are like trying to be funny, and they're not getting anything out of it. They're I don't know. I find it funny, and then I started thinking too much, and I got angry. Now when I see things like that, I'm thinking like, what? Someone's got to take care of that. Why?
Yeah. Well, that's
you punt a football up. You're gonna.
Yeah. But also you have that, and you have like this idea of like you broke glass.
Yeah.
Like. You don't know who's in the other fucking aisle.
Yeah.
Like, it could have fucked somebody up. Now,
granted, when you're doing
these days, granted, like when you're doing stupid shit, like you're not really thinking about it. Like it is what it is.
It's different when you're drunk.
But it's way different than you're drunk. I had a buddy who punched a goat when he was drunk. Was it a goat? Yeah, I wasn't there, but it was a good story. But I mean, you're trying to make a funny thing. I'm guessing he probably didn't mean to break the lights, but still, it's like even
didn't kick it any less hard, you know what I mean?
Oh no, he should not be playing any kind of kicking ball sport.
Yeah.
Like at all. He's bad at it. But I don't know. But yeah, the milk thing, is milk difficult to clean up?
No, but
I mean, if you would like it, to me it would be
so
funny.
The idea is they trip and then they throw it as high as they can, so when it lands it explodes.
Right.
Exploding means that they're in the middle of an aisle. So there's milk going, like, you
right,
they're probably not
damage
by raw
the product,
meats, but there's milk going on the cans, there's milk going on the, you gotta like look. I don't know, but it's just seems irritating. And
no, I used to do something funny like that with I would do it with see slight
yeah. Those listening have no idea what's going on.
I would do I get a soda can, a full soda can, and I would shake it up, and I would just throw it straight at the ground in front of somebody. And I'm like, that's funny because that's on you.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha, I didn't fucking do anything. Now, I wouldn't take a whole 12-pack and jiggle it all up and just throw it straight in the air in the middle of fucking Food for Less.
I pranked some of the cooks in our kitchen, and they've like asked for a Coke, and I got them one, and I'm going crazy on it. And they're just like, oh, thanks. Like, maybe just nowadays, they're unshakable.
Soda's just not made that way anymore?
Yeah. Back in my, welcome back to back in my day.
Back in my day. Ah, Jesus Christ.
I want to start something, real quick. That I want to do continue. I might not do every episode, but I want to start something like where I just, because I hate assholes. I hate the worst. I hate bad people. Not so much that I'm an amazing person. I just hate it when people are bad, especially when it comes to working. So when they're work. So I want to start something where I just want to spend a couple minutes talking about just assholes out there. I was ready to call this segment Matt's Assholes, but then I realized that's
Matt's Holes?
No, Matt's Assholes doesn't really sound the best. So just
that's probably why we didn't get.
We'll think of something. We'll put a theme tune here. Put a
we could put a little thing with Team America.
Ooh,
a little asshole clip.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe.
Already got it working.
Oh,
gears are going.
Oh, they are. But I'm and also let's try to be relevant to the times. But the assholes this week, and I might be going a little on board because everyone's talking about it, is United Airlines, because something new just happened. I don't know if you're aware of it yet.
What do? They're known for kicking babies off and fat people.
Well, I don't know if they kick babies off, but the big thing that started the ball rolling was they got an overbooked flight, and they needed to get a employee of United to the destination, but the flight was overbooked, so they offered they asked for volunteers and and no one volunteered, and then they upped the ante.
No.
And then they dragged that guy off. So, like no one volunteered, so they had to drag someone off. They picked him at random.
Yeah.
Guy flying by himself. It isn't going to be a big deal.
Right.
So that's how it started. That's how United in the.
Oh, that's how the United thing started.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how bad United started.
Okay.
But now recently, I find this hilarious. So that's why I wanted to bring it up. And maybe I might start talking about how much I hate other people, because I'll find other things I hate and I'll bring it up then.
Mm-hmm.
But United, so there was a couple on their honeymoon. There's a United flight going from Newark to Venice. They were going to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the names? Mike and Rachel. So they were on their way, and then Rachel noticed that there was a fuel leak on the side of the plane. That they were taxiing, like when they taxi and they're about to take off, they noticed that there was a fuel leak, and that.
She a fucking engineer?
No, but it was
that obvious
leaking from the plane.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's a video of it too. We can. I can show you later. I don't want to, to show the camera.
Right.
Turn around, but I'll show
Yeah.
you. But there's a video of something wrong, and you're like, oh. So she recorded, and then she tried to get the hostess attention, but this is the moment when they're taxiing, fasten seatbelt lights are on.
Right.
And the stewards just had nothing to do with them. They were just
Really?
like, stop. Like, whatever you're doing, stop. Like, I get, like, because they were probably thinking that she was freaking out over taking off and did this and that. And then flight attendant yelled at Rachel, sit down, it's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah, like these stewards are steward and stewardess are just flight attendants, I suppose.
Oh yeah.
Are just
Better be correct.
like basically kind of like, hey, shut up, just whatever, like, we don't know what you're yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
That's not
Oh,
normal.
Jesus Christ. That's like a whale wet pooping.
So basically, they were just like, they didn't see it, but they were like,
Right.
whatever, it's not an emergency. Calm down. We're taking off soon. Calm down. We're taking off soon.
Yeah.
Calm down.
No.
Basically, just treating them like shit, like
Yeah.
not even paying attention to them. So she recorded it, as you just saw, and eventually fire trucks arrived. Because they noticed it too. So then they were like, crap, we have to stop this. And then now we look like assholes for just belittling one of our customers.
Right.
So they canceled the flight. And then while they were driving back, the newlyweds got invited to the cockpit. Because, they're like...
The newlyweds are Mark and Rachel.
Are also 8 years old apparently, because they get invited to, because they, you get
Right.
invited to couple when you're a kid, but they get taken there, and apparently I see. The thing is, I found this information on one thing, but I can't find it anymore. It sucks because my computer basically shut down and closed everything. But apparently they were like, please be nice to us on social media. Please don't. We're United Airlines. We've been through a lot. We're really sorry. We're going to give you free accommodation, free food vouchers. We're really sorry this happened. Please be nice. And they were like, okay, cool.
Right.
They didn't give anyone accommodation, apparently.
No way.
So they spent their honeymoon in baggage claim overnight, and then got a Delta flight the next day to Venice.
Really?
So she posted it on Twitter. And then everyone, hashtag this, hashtag that. And then the people who were responding were like, yeah, we're on the Delta flight. You basically saved our lives. And we also don't have accommodation.
Damn.
So basically no one was. But maybe one or two people was, because I think someone gave them their accommodation.
So they did this just kind of for the camera? Like, they knew people were going to be recording?
Oh, yeah,
and they're
there
just
was
like,
a statement.
Hey guys,
there
we
was
got
an
you.
official statement
Don't worry.
that I have somewhere.
So, that's fucking... And how long ago did this happen?
While taxiing in the runway yesterday evening, United Flight 170 traveling from Newark to Venice, Italy, returned to the gate after a fuel leak and was later cancelled. We'll apologize to our customers there for the inconvenience. Our team helped provide customers with hotel accommodations for the night and are working on getting them back on their way to Venice. And I'd say apparently about 20 or so percent of people were given accommodation, and not the people who took this video.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so that provided me with, because I was on Reddit, I was looking at everything, and that just provided me with a lot of entertainment for a couple of minutes. And if anything, I think it's been on social media a lot lately, and I'm not trying to jump on the bandwagon there. I just basically want to talk about how much they're assholes, and like, because they're in the limelight now for looking like evil people.
Right.
So basically there should be somebody after the whole canceling the flight thing. Sorry, kicking someone off of the plane thing. There should have been someone with a meaning like, we got, in an age of people on their phones taking videos of everything, we got to be nicer. We have to be kind people, even in the face of stupidity, even in the face of people screaming at us. We're not going to look good in any situation. The internet is now made to hate United. Why would you even, when someone is obviously upset, something's going to happen,
right,
if they're going to be a bad person.
But it shouldn't just be because people are recording shit.
No, I know.
Be a decent person regardless.
I think they need a year of no shit happening to them for everyone to forget that United is...
No, they're not going to forget.
But like a year straight of no incidents in the social media, like in the light of social media, that would be enough for them to get back on not being afraid of someone with the phone. Like, oh, are you kicking me off because of this? You kicking me off because of that?
But here's the thing, too. They're not the only fucking airline.
No.
People are using them probably. I'm guessing.
Right now, they're the only ones that people are talking about.
Right, but I'm guessing that they're offering the cheaper flights, so people are knowingly going to this company. I know you guys are shit and you keep fucking people over, but I'm going to use you anyways. So whether they want to be nice or not be nice, just stop fucking using them.
Conair was telling me that there was a guy, a friend of his, someone in his new job was telling them, because of all this, because we were talking about it, he was saying how... So yeah, there's situations where there's a flight that's overbooked, and then they offer, would anyone like to not get this flight and get the next one, and we'll give you $400 worth of United vouchers, and you can blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He was saying that you should go up right away when you're checking into the front desk and be like, if this is good, hey, if there's anyone if this is overbooked,
right,
I'll take it for $800, and then just putting it out there. Yeah. You can have it or not, but I'll take it for $800. Yeah. Have a good one, and then walk away. So that means you're knowing that if no one's gonna, oh, would anyone like it for $400? Like, no one's taking. They're like, I know that guy wants it for $8. Let's offer him $6. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna get the $8, but let's say, I was like, that's a smart move. If you're not in a hurry, and you can stay an extra 12 hours, and if they're gonna put you up somewhere, I'd take it. Or maybe it's not even 12.
No, I mean, it's good, but you're. I don't know.
Would you do it from LA to here for an extra $400?
Like, make a living with it?
No. I meant, like, if you're flying home from Chicago and you're flying through LA. Yeah. Even though there's
whatever.
No point.
It happens.
And they say, can you get the next flight? Because there's another flight in about an hour and a half, 2 hours, and we'll give you $400 United airline money. Would you take it? And you're not in a hurry.
I'm not. It depends. Like, am I traveling anytime soon? Like, whatever.
I'm sure they don't expire that quick.
I'm sure.
You have a week.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, like, what's, like, okay, so you're going to give me $200 vouchers. Like, it's probably going to be fucked up and split up between food in the fucking airport or something. So, probably not.
Oh, okay.
Because I'd rather just get home.
Yeah.
You know? But again, it just goes back to, like, stop fucking using them. Yeah. Like, quit crying about shit. Stop fucking using them.
Yeah. There's plenty of other
airlines. I'm sure there's a handful of people who are like, I'm just going to book United because not only is it cheap, but I could get a viral video.
Well, there's
like,
also,
I'm sure.
There's like, would you take United, or there's a Sprint where Sprint's pretty rough.
Well, I mean, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
Spirit. Sorry, Sprint or Spirit? Which one's
I don't know my airlines. I'm just saying, like,
Delta seems okay.
Well, yeah, Delta. Everybody's got their problems, I'm sure. But you're a damn fool if you're booking United knowing they have all these problems, and then getting pissed off because you have problems.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna do about it? Now, this whole gas leak situation, that's way more intense than somebody getting kicked off. That should stop people from fucking flying United in the, like, regardless.
Oh, because there was like a...
Yeah,
like
because there was a huge fucking dangerous potential to happen.
Somebody made a mistake regarding the actual plane.
Yeah, it wasn't just an overbooked thing.
If it's flying from Newark to Venice, that's a long flight with no land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That could have went right in the Atlantic.
Oh, yeah. And that, yeah. I mean, good on those people for catching it.
Yeah, I'm sure they weren't the only ones, but I'm sure they were.
I'd sue the shit out of everybody. I would fucking own an airport by the end of this. And not allow United.
And you'd only use it for...
Yeah, everybody.
For like...
I would just build an airport and just not let anybody fly on it. Except for one helicopter.
Ooh, and they'll just take you to work?
No. They would just be there.
They'll just take you there and back?
Just do circles.
Yeah.
But, so, there's an asshole. It's United. They're not new. They're not a new asshole.
No.
Just a consistent asshole.
I might do next. The thing is, I'm like, you know, because I wanted to do this one to keep it relevant with the times, because this just happened maybe last week. But maybe next week I might do one on the guy who bought the pharmaceutical for... Actually, I won't tell you. But there's one guy out there who's just like a real life supervillain.
What, like the guy fucking like a year ago who bought the AIDS thing?
And then he bought the one Wu-Tang Clan... Wu-Tang... Is that the Wu-Tang Clan album? The new one?
Yeah, I don't know.
There was one that was released. They just released one record for so much money, and he bought it, and I was like, "Fuck you." He's like, "I'm gonna listen to it by myself."
Dang.
I could be wrong. It could be someone else, but hey, let me know.
Well, they did it for the benefit of all this, or like for what he did.
No, he did it for himself.
Right. But Wu-Tang released the record to try to recoup, like
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, tune in next week.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the Wu-Tang though.
Oh, I don't know them as well as I should.
No, you should. They're good.
Oh,
good times. I heard. I think it was RZA on NPR one time.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Oh.
Because he's on there and they're like, so, when you rap, what is your breakdown of blah, blah, blah? Like, it was so weird because it's so professional.
Mm.
And then he's just being him with like all his slang and whatnot. Like it was years ago, so it was just real funny to hear the two opposite sides, and like she's trying to ask all these educational questions, but it's all based on like the hip hop genre.
Yeah. Because
I think he just released a book that broke down a lot of the lyrics, and it looked like a study Bible the way it was broken down. So it was amazing. It was dope. Riz is fucking sick. He did like the Blade soundtracks. I think Kill Bill, like a whole bunch of shit. It's really good. Very, very creative individual.
I have to see his IMDb page.
He was I saw a documentary with him. His first thing was just like a Casio fucking keyboard, some bullshit.
Casio keyboard. We made a joke because I was in a band we called ourselves Tolstoy. After Leo Tolstoy, who wrote War and Peace.
Mm-hmm.
And we made a joke that our drummer, we could replace him any day with our Casio keyboard because it had a drum track.
Oh, yeah.
Because our drummer was amazing. Like, that was the funny thing, that he was a really good drummer, and I don't know why he was playing with us, because we were... Out of all the bands I was in, this was like... This was like a 4. Like, we didn't meet up that much. We didn't write our own songs. We just played house parties and...
commitments and shit?
Yeah, we just played house parties and played like Fight Free Right to Party and party songs where we just end up us getting late at the end of it because we're the band. But he was an amazing drummer I think he had a couple of bands, but he was just so good. But we were just like, whatever, shut up, we'll just replace you with the Casio keyboard. And it was like this big, and we were just like,
they're foolish. But it's like the genius of it all was just he realized that it would only do 5-second clips.
Oh.
So what he would do is he would take a record, record into it, but manually speed it up. And I guess he got good at his timing.
Yeah.
So he would do like 10 or 15 seconds worth of recording and then just slow it all down to the right rate. And now we'd have a 15-second recording. So, I mean, there's obviously there's fucking units that'll do that now, but back then,
he's
just like the way Pink Floyd did everything.
Yeah.
The way they ran their delays by running it through mic stands and all this other shit, like just I don't know, creating shit out of like. Do I like Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
I love Pink Floyd.
I did not know that.
Pink Floyd's fucking amazing.
I would have said you wouldn't. Knowing you, how I know you, I would have said you wouldn't like them.
No, I enjoy the shit out of Pink Floyd.
Surprised you don't have a Pink Floyd poster.
Anything? No, I used to. I used to have a bunch of Pink Floyd shit. Anything after The Wall, and I'm not even a huge fan of The Wall.
Ooh.
But anything after Waters wasn't there.
Yeah.
Not a fan of it. It's whatever Gilmore did, like on Division Bell, and no, that's a song. It was lacking something. It became, and that's my problem with The Wall, is it became a little too like rock and roll.
Yeah.
Whereas I liked all like that whimsical shit and all the epic builds and everything. But yeah, like even like the old like Pipers at the Gate of Dawn, like it's interesting. And then I went on a Syd Barrett kick for a while, and Syd Barrett is fucking terrible. It's like what was it, Sid Vicious? The one that he got knocked for faking everything?
Yeah.
It was like that. Like, he wasn't good. It was like Baby Lemonade was one of his songs. It was Baby Lemonade. Like, real janky. But yeah, I mean, Floyd's fucking solid.
Fair enough.
Real good. But so that's the music portion.
Yeah.
Look at that. We added a music portion.
Ooh.
Which Pink Floyd also did all the shit right.
I'm told if you sync
Beatles.
up Pink Floyd and Captain America in 1990,
it just turns into a good Pink Floyd album.
You probably get a better movie.
No, I don't. With all the horse shit that goes on in fucking 90s of Captain America, there's no album. You'd have to put like Slipknot to it or something.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, because there's just so much shit.
Like, you know, when he wakes up, because like that song "Time's" playing, and then when he wakes up, the time's playing.
It wouldn't. It would probably ruin the Pink Floyd CD. Like, it would probably add scratches to the CDs.
You just end up turning it off and listening to Pink Floyd. You know, you just turn off the movie instead.
So, and that's our movie this week. Is Captain America 1990.
What you suggested this?
I did. I suggested this, figuring that you would know something of it, whether you'd watch it already or whatever.
Nope, never.
Never heard of it. Never anything.
I heard of it. I knew it, but I guess I avoided it.
Do you know anybody who's watched it?
I didn't. I haven't asked.
Yeah,
but
you
I don't
just
think
stayed
so.
that far away from it.
Since it was so unknown to me, I'm guessing none of my other comic friends have seen it either.
And
it wasn't released theatrically in America, apparently, but it was only.
They did a small theatrical run, didn't it?
I had it under the trivia here on IMDb, where it was only released. The film did not get a U.S. theatrical release when first made in 1990, but was released internationally. It finally received a limited theatrical release in the United States in July 2011 to promote the reboot Captain America.
That's okay.
Avenger,
that's what I read.
When director Albert Pine toured the country with his directed cut. I wonder if you watched the directed cut.
I don't even know if they would release that. It's not made well at all. Did Captain America really have polio?
No. They
just threw that one in?
Well, the thing is, there's probably been so many reboots made, kind of like
of Captain America.
Well, yeah, but kind of, his origin, kind of like how every other superhero has their own. Remember, we were just talking about Superman the other day, and there's so many reasons why Krypton exploded.
Right.
Brainiac. They in fucking Man of Steel, they hollowed the planet so much by mining that they needed to go to another planet. That's how it exploded. Fucking a nuke or something. You know what I mean? Like it can just change at any time. So probably,
I think you have an origin story and you just run with it. Like, whatever.
Batman's parents
dead. Whatever. Like,
keep it going.
Yeah, don't alter that. But after the parents get shot, then play with it. From whatever. How old was he when they got shot?
Well, in Batman Begins, he gets trained by Ra's al Ghul in fucking in so many adaptations, he just runs off and learns how to and masters all of these things by himself.
Right. And I mean, it's shit like that. Like, just, okay, the origin, parent gets shot, and then he turns, let's just say he turns into a petty thief for a while.
Yeah.
And then he's like, this is wrong. Or then he just goes straight on rage mode and just turns into a vigilante, and then this is wrong. Like, that's fine. Superman, whatever, hollow core blew up, then let's go. You know? Then he went planet to planet.
There should
then
be
he went,
one staple.
there should be one. I mean, say like I mean, it seems like a lot of them just have one major origin, and then that happens, right? Because Spider-Man, he gets bit.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's
then
funny
we'll change
you say that. Like, I think I've talked to you about this, but Wonder Woman, the run now that Wonder Woman has is because of the whole rebirth thing. Because before that there was a couple of Wonder Woman origins that she was born from like clay.
Clay, yeah.
And
Which
then
they used in the movie. You watched the movie yet?
No.
Pretty
She's
good.
born from clay in the movie?
Yeah.
Or she's a daughter of Zeus. Like Zeus comes down, has sex with her mother, blah 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 blah.
I think they use both of it if I remember it correctly.
They kind of, yeah. So the thing is, there's back and forth, but in Rebirth, what they're doing now is they do. I think it's 2 issues a month. The first issue is a current today storyline, and then the other issue is a origin story, and then they start from there. So it's almost like you get 2 Wonder Woman comics, but they're saying because of the Rebirth thing happening that Wonder Woman doesn't know where she came from. She can't think. She doesn't know her origin. She has memories of both.
Right.
So someone's messing with her. She doesn't know what it is. So that's kind of making fun of the fact that everyone has so many origins.
Yeah. But now, is that predominantly a DC thing with all these like?
Well, yeah, with Crisis on Infinite Earth and all that we talked about from our Superman.
But that doesn't just span Superman.
The Superman episode
goes across everybody. Like like Marvel sticks to the same basic, right?
I suppose.
Like Wolverine's whatever he's born with the bone claws, right?
He's a mutant. He's born with the bone claws and healing factor,
and then they give him the type
because he can heal.
Right.
They can put it on his body so he can heal.
So that whole thing's always solid, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes off. Cyclops, like all those fuckers, like it's all the same, and then they move. Yeah,
they might change up the dates sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking the comic thing because the story, like anything in the movie universe, like I get it. You got to find something that people want to watch. Some of the things are kind of boring, whatever.
Yeah.
But,
so let's get into it.
All right. So
do you have your notes,
Captain? I do. I took pictures of them.
Ooh.
But I used my trusty pen.
Captain America, 1990.
I watched this, probably in the early 90s, like shortly after it came out.
Oh, you watched it after it came out?
I watched it then. Like, that's when that's the only time I've seen it was back then. Maybe 2 or 3 times.
Did
and
you see
I've never
it now?
watched it. Well, yeah, I've watched it,
okay.
like, definitely. Where's my shit at? Pardon me, this is the first time doing my phone notes.
Ooh, I got my computer notes.
Phone notes, here's my photos. So, the opening, I was like, I don't know where the fuck this is coming from.
So we're in Italy in 1939 in our opening.
Mm-hmm.
And we get a boy prodigy playing piano.
Right, which I was confused about. I was just like, what the fuck is Captain America doing in Italy?
Oh, it's not Cap.
It's not.
And hey, Rob, guess what?
What?
We're introduced to our gun in the first act.
What, Red Skull?
No, the recording.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. First couple minutes.
Yeah,
you're right.
Get it right away.
I wrote that down. I think at the last.
Filmmaking 101.
Fucking whatever. So that's the gun.
So this boy is playing piano. He's a prodigy. Apparently, he's super intelligent. In Italy, 39, height of World War II.
And is he a prodigy? Is that Red Skull's
Honestly,
thing?
I don't know much about the Red Skull origin except for that he. I know from the first Avenger, the movie, that he was a general of Hitler's who got so obsessed with like magic and how Hitler can win through magic or through kind of like
saying Hitler had magic powers.
No. Like Hitler didn't, but he was. But apparently, it was pretty known that he was obsessed with the idea of the supernatural and how that can help him win. So the writers up probably took that and it was Red Skull's job to.
Mm-hmm.
So he got the super serum made by the whatever. So in this, it's an Italian, and the other one, it's
probably a German.
It's a German. Yeah, in the movie, it's a German guy. I forget the actor's name. He's in Transformers.
Mark Wahlberg.
No, yeah. Huh. Hey, I'm a German
Hey,
bro, I'm a German.
hey, bro, you want a Wahlburger?
So then he gets it, and because the serum basically makes good better and evil eviler.
Oh, is that what it does?
So he gave him.
Now, and
it can be same said in this movie. So they give this boy, the fucking,
serum?
the serum, and they see how it goes, and then what is it? It's like 7 years later. Yeah. So,
before they inject him, they show that
the rat,
god ugly fucking rat.
It didn't look much different than Red Skull's face when he was red.
No, and none of the graphics or none of the prosthetics are like,
you know what I mean?
It's all practical. I give them credit, but they had to be doing something better than this. Like, which I was thinking because I had it in the background while watching it in the background today while fiddling around the garage.
Keep the memory fresh.
Like, yeah. Like the 90s, like people getting old just seems like a pound of Play-Doh with like 3 dog wrinkles.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's like the standard. You just, it's already made. You just form fit it. And that's what everybody has.
I'm guessing it was the same actress. We're jumping ahead a bit. Who played his girlfriend. And then, because it was just,
Yeah, because it wasn't,
Jack,
it wasn't much.
The husband. He was just like, let's hire an old guy. Let's
not
get
a real
one
old
of
guy.
his friends who are at the party. Let's put some makeup on him. That would make more sense.
See, and I saw the party, and I was just like, why are we going to Baby Cap? Like, I thought it was like for some reason going like Captain America's like child birthday party.
No, so yeah, right. That would make more sense.
It was, but what kills me is you notice that Stan Lee has a producer's credit, so he had his hand in this movie.
Well,
and
this was
1990.
This is the height of Stan Lee, fucking people over. Like he wasn't letting, like, this is one of the first Marvel movies.
Was it?
No. Well, maybe. I don't know. All I know is that there wasn't as many as there is now. Like, Stan Lee could, if the next Marvel movie came out, whatever, Thor 3, he could not have his hand in it, and he'd probably still be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could probably just sit and like take a couple phone calls.
Yeah, but now, but in 1990, he was like, I'm fucking in on this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So then we cut to the future, and there's this. 7 years in the future, and there's this fucking goodbye part. Like, what? So yeah, wait. Firstly, they give the boy in Italy the serum, and then the fucking Italian. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. They give the fucking Italian scientist a scene of her just jumping out the window.
The scientist jumped out.
She just ran.
Oh yeah. Well, that's because they all started fucking blasting. Dude, I don't know if this one will go that far back. No,
it only goes as far as
X-Men movies. More movies.
They're doing MCU movies. So
yeah. Okay, yeah. Nope, it only goes back to 08 or 04. But I did hear that they wanted Dolph Lundgren for this for Scott Rogers or Steve Rogers.
I read they wanted Val Kilmer.
They wanted Val Kilmer, but then they were going for Dolph, but then he ended up doing the Punisher. Some shit like that. This is not going as far back.
Maybe because it didn't. I didn't see any Marvel Studios or Marvel anything.
No. But anyways, with that,
I'm Steve Rogers.
So yeah, so they inject him. She
bounces quick.
Well, because she knows that they're trying to use him. Like, she just thought it was an experiment, but then it turned into like
for science.
Yeah, but now it's not for science anymore. They just want like a super killer, and she's all like, "Fuck this."
So she bounced. And
Yeah,
then
she
we
got
get
the
7
fuck
years
out of
later.
there.
And we meet Steve Rogers on his fucking...
It's going away.
On his going away party. And he's got polio.
Yeah, he's got a super limp is what I've got.
The thing is, it doesn't explain anything. It just cuts to him leaving for the procedure.
I thought he was leaving for the military because I thought he got recruited to do this whilst in the military.
When I was watching this, I was thinking, don't pretend like you haven't seen the first Avenger.
Right.
Pretend like you haven't seen that movie. You're watching something.
Yeah.
So basically, I'll be watching and be like, why is he getting in that car? What's happening?
Yeah.
So it was, he just cut to him being like, and then they're like, your father was in the military and he never came home. And I'm like, but you know that something's different happening once he gets in the car. And she's like, are you nervous? You know?
Yeah.
So he goes for a family photo, but he can't because his girlfriend, Bernie's not there. And he runs off and Bernie's like on the pier or something.
Yeah, well, they're in Redondo Beach.
Yeah.
Or Venice or something. But then the party just never happens. It's like everybody's geared up to go to the party. He runs to the beach. He comes back. It's already dusk. And everybody's like, oh, okay. You notice he doesn't hug or kiss or high-five anybody.
No.
He just comes like out of the house.
And Birdie can't go to the party because she loves him so much. I can't go to the party.
Yeah,
I
but
just love you.
that's when that's supposed to get remedied by him going to the pier being like, come on, babe,
Hey.
let's go.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I love you.
He's Californian now. He's not from
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
fuck.
He's Californian.
Was he originally from Brooklyn?
I know in the movie he was. I think he was, yeah. But he's Californian now. We got a Californian Cap American man.
Oh, Kobe Cap M.
I'm surprised you didn't have a surfing scene, you know?
Oh shit!
It's
Damn,
like,
on the Shield.
No. Well, yeah. No, it'd be like
Shield.
Red Skull's getting away on his speedboat. Like, can anyone get him? Like, ooh, I can.
Jesus.
Starring Dolph Lundgren with that hair.
That would be bad.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh,
I'd love that.
Jesus. So he takes off. Goes over, but and like there's smoking in this. Like, why is Cap? I mean, it's the '90s. Everybody's smoking.
Well, it's
why
also
is Cap
43.
smoking?
Everyone's like,
43. Yeah, everybody's smoking.
Smoking's good for you, you know.
Yeah, smoking and making omelets in the fucking back.
Yeah,
serving them up with a little ash on it.
Yeah. Ooh.
I wonder how often that happened. Because they were smoking in the fucking
in the kitchen. Yeah, eating there. I keep having little flashbacks of memories of going to the pub with my dad, and there just being a whiff of cigarette smoke just on the ceiling.
Oh, that was everywhere.
Everyone was smoking, like, you know.
That was everywhere.
Fucking Ireland, everyone. Yeah, like, but we, you know, the Irish pubs, dark and small, and then like all the smoke would just rise and they just stay there. I was short, so I
fucking.
Imagine vaping
no
in a bar.
Circulation. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, nobody needs to vape indoors. No, not publicly indoors.
Yeah, and then it's so he gets picked up, and he gets. And then
away.
it just says a week later. This passage of time is just all over the place.
Right.
And then
but he ends up at a diner.
How's the pot roast today?
Oh yeah, you notice that waitress wants nothing to do with these people. She seems so irritated by everybody.
I think what happened was she has a diner, and then
you think it's her diner?
The government just were like, not Shield though. There's not one mention of Shield in this.
No, not at all.
And the government were like, well, even though Shield technically was made after Steve, there's not one mention of like but he was like, hey, I see you got a basement down there. We need an inconspicuous basement. Can we have yours?
Right.
No one suspects a diner.
That's fucking stupid. It's dumb. So
yeah. So
but
the
you
secret
think
password is
that lady's
how's the pot roast today?
You think that lady's the owner, or do you
was
think
thinking about
everybody's
that
just hip to it?
Back, if you skip, once again we're all jumping. When Steve goes back in the future, when Steve goes back to the diner, I was thinking, do the tenants know that there was a secret lab underneath?
No, I've got something written about that on the construction side of life.
Ooh.
That if you notice when they go back to it, it's refurbished, it's rebuilt, but they lose so much square footage because rather than demolish that, they build a wall
to cover the stairs,
to cover the whole, but already built
It's in the female
coat closet.
bathroom. You know no one's going to go in there.
But it doesn't matter. What they did is they built another wall over the coat closet. You don't fucking do that anywhere.
Oh,
You're losing square footage.
construction cast.
You're adding fucking walls that you don't need to add. Like, even if that's a bearing wall, it doesn't matter. You leave the fucking beam up, knock the goddamn framework out,
Yeah.
and redo it. You don't build over. Like, yeah, just like anything. Like, a hallway. Like, oh, we got to make this new hallway. Just build around the other hall. You're not going to do that because you're going to lose that whole chunk.
No.
So I thought it was goddamn foolish. And if they'd rebuilt it, they should have caught it. 'Cause it doesn't seem like it's the same owners because nobody kept that shit up.
Well, it's also 90 something. Maybe they had different codes there.
Well, no.
So, fuck, what's going on now?
So,
1 week later, yeah, they start the test. Fucking.
They get Raji downstairs.
The Tony Stark's dad lookalike. He has a different name. No, it obviously wasn't Tony Stark's dad, but he had a different name. But it was just.
There was a nod to Jack Kirby.
How so?
Was it Kirby's Marvel? DC.
I think Marvel.
One of them, there was a nod to one of the guys. They were like, "Oh,
General Jack Kirby,
General Kirby," or some shit like this. I was like,
real dickhead. But
I caught on. I was like,
but knows what he's doing.
Went to the IMDb and I was like, they did nod to him.
There you go.
Well played.
So basically, in a nutshell, Cap becomes Cap. There's no physical change except that he's not limping. You know what I mean? Like in the movie,
right.
It was, if they, I understood it back then. They did two different actors. Like did a kid or not, just got a scrawny guy and then did whatever this actor's name is now. Like that would have been okay too, but they just kept him the same. And then once he's done, fucking some guy just like, we did it.
Yeah.
Heil Hitler, bam bam, like shot.
Oh yeah. He fucking shot the shit out of people
because he was shaking someone's hand and just went he's just fucking right in their face, like hey, fucking Heil Hitler.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just it's awful. Sparks are flying everywhere. There was a big thing, it seemed, in these 90s films, to where no matter what happened around electricity, you needed mass amounts of sparks.
Yeah.
Like, let me kick you into a bank and see what really happens. Like, into like an electrical area. Like, it's just gonna hurt badly. Something's gonna become unplugged. You might see a little smoke.
Ooh.
But you're not gonna have fucking large forgery welding sparks everywhere.
Yeah.
But it looks okay.
But so Cap gets shot twice.
He does get shot twice.
Now,
A couple people get shot.
yes. So in the classic story, the person who made the suit, the super serum, dies because then it dies with them,
Right.
which is okay.
Which is that lady.
Which is, it makes sense in the plot, but Cap gets shot twice, which I'm pretty sure would permanently harm him. He doesn't have super healing. He doesn't have this or that. He's physically stronger than a lot of people.
Right.
And he's better because of his, he's a good person. So the serum made him better.
Right.
He has a tactical mind from all his years of experience, which he doesn't have then.
Nope.
Basically, they just made physically Joe Average a super person.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like 2 bullets to the chest. Yeah, he's down. Like
He's going down. Definitely. No, but his suit in everything else besides this movie. Well, no. Hear me out. I know he doesn't have a suit on. He's got shitty clothes on.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, his suit later on, like, is it a little bulletproof or is it just an outfit?
It's his shield. He puts a lot of faith in his shield. His shield is made from in the comic, it's made from vibranium and
Antimantium.
Yeah.
Adamantium. Something.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Wolverine's claws and whatever the stuff that
Ultron's
made of, I think. Yeah. So he wakes up in a hospital bed.
Yeah, he does.
And there's a fucking he's not awake yet, but there's 2 generals talking about how Red Skull has a bomb that's gonna drop in the White House and everyone's gonna die. And then Cap's like, I heard that. I gotta go. No training.
None training at all.
This is a guy who maybe has a week of training, but it's polio training. You know what I mean? Like
If
there was a week period it would have just been blood tests and shit.
It's
could
not
get
even
this.
training. It's more rehabilitation for his polio.
Well, but it's more lab training to see if he would
Right.
like what the measurements they need for the super serum and all that. But he's got whatever happened in that week. It definitely wouldn't cover
Nothing. He's been in a coma.
It definitely wouldn't. So I hate comparing it to the new movie because it's just not fair with the years difference.
Right.
But in the new movie, well, after he gets his powers, he's just a gimmick. He's not you know what I mean? He doesn't have any missions until he goes rogue and then saves all those hostages himself. But he's just he was going around America trying to get people to, donate their money for. He was basically doing that.
Right.
Because he was a figure, but literally once he wakes up after being shot twice after he's been Captain America, he's like, I got to do this, and like
right. But he's also under the mindset that he's going to have all these soldiers because he doesn't find out that because he knows that he's the prototype and he's supposed to have this army of other
he knows
Captain
he's not
Americas.
getting them by the time he jumps down there.
He doesn't know that until he's just about out the plane.
No, but but when he just about jumped out of the plane, he was then like, what about future soldiers?
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, not anymore. So that could have geared him up for like a gung-ho because he's thinking like, oh, I've been down for a week. Maybe they're making more people already.
They don't even ask him how does he feel.
They don't need to. He's expendable. He's completely expendable.
In the first Avenger is when so the guy shoots, in the new movie, the guy, he shoots everyone and then starts running, and then Cap has to go chase him, and it's just really good seeing Steve Rogers act with his new body. Yeah, when he jumps out, he falls into something. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he starts running, and he's just looking. He's like, "I'm running. Like this is. I am so much in better shape than my small Steve Rogers self." And I was like, "That's good. That makes sense. That's what would happen,
right?
If you all of a sudden got superpowers, even if your body didn't change." If you realized you could lift a car and then while you're doing it, you'd be shocked. You'd be like, well, I'm lifting a car. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So, like...
But he doesn't do any of that in this new movie.
No.
He doesn't, well...
He doesn't do anything
He kicks the shit out of that rocket.
He doesn't do... Yeah. He like... What was it? He like...
Which is his mission. He finds out he's got 5 days to stop a scary rocket from going into fucking...
He has 5 days to stop a potential nuke going off in fucking... Did it go off?
No. It landed in Alaska.
It didn't go off, though.
No.
Why didn't it go off after it landed?
Because Captain America flew it.
To Alaska. So he goes in, and he's just, he's throwing his shield, which has a couple of good Cap scenes, and he's basically just like punch, shield, punch.
So what happens now? Oh, so now we got stock footage so he's in the airplane. He learns he's not getting a fucking army. He jumps out. I think he yells something about Bernie.
Yeah,
because
I love you, Bernie.
I love you, Bernie. Like that's instead of yelling Geronimo, which doesn't make sense to me either.
A good Geronimo.
So he goes. They show a wide shot, which looks like somebody dropped, like those little quarter machine parachute men. Yeah, it looks like that. Like no better than that at all.
It cuts to Red Skull. My brother has arrived, and like how does he
such
know?
A piss poor Red Skull?
How does he know that? No, but how does he know that there one is a Captain America and two he's here? How do they know there is another person with the super soldier? Like maybe the scientist got away, so they're expecting it, right? But how do they know what who this person is and what does he do?
He doesn't know that. He just knows.
He just says my brother has arrived.
Yeah, well, he probably has like some underlying like Nazi issues. Is probably in the director's cut, where one of them didn't.
You have to read the comic.
One of them didn't decide to yell Heil Hitler and actually got away.
There was a comic released like a prequel to show the Red Skull before this to show the Red Skull coming to power. Yeah, that'd be dope.
No, they made this movie and realized they shouldn't have.
Oh yeah, almost instantly.
So now we got him. He lands. He's outside of like some Nazi place, which is our first, one of a couple extreme environment changes. Yeah. So he parachutes in. Now it's dead ass night.
Not a bad sabotage scene with the low budget I'm guessing they had.
It is, because if you watch, okay, so he does whatever. He sneaks up on it, and there's this fucking turret, like this wooden, not a turret, like a tower, a wooden tower. Yeah, sniper tower. Thank you. And he looks, and what, they discover him first? Or does he just wing his fucking shitty-looking shield?
The thing is, he doesn't... So Cap... If Cap has a shield in his hand, he kind of throws it like that. He kind of like frisbees it,
right?
But with his whole arm.
Yeah.
This guy was just like almost like it was a football, like he there was like, hey, pretend you're throwing it like it's frisbee. No. Just
all the shield work in this is awful. Like the shield looks bad. The shield looks styrofoam.
Yes, it did look pretty bad.
So,
didn't even explain the shield. He just had it. You know what I mean? Like
it
didn't have anything.
He's
like
carrying around this knapsack.
No, but like they didn't explain his costume. He was just wearing it.
No.
They didn't be like, and also, you know, it's a bit much, but here's your shield. You know, stars and stripes, little much.
Well, now like this day and age, like it seems like we're obsessed with going too deep into the backstory.
Yeah.
Like. This movie had no interest in a backstory.
Yeah.
They should have done something.
You know who Cap is.
Like, while he's in the airplane, instead of having this stupid conversation about whatever the fuck you're talking about, just like, oh, did you get your weapon? Did you get your shield that we made? Like, just give a sentence about it. That's all you got to do.
A gadget scene that most of these movies have. Oh, and this is your exploding pen. Don't click it too many times.
But that's it. They don't need a gadget scene because all he has is a fucking shield.
Yeah, but he has his outfit and his shield.
Yeah, but the outfit doesn't do anything.
No, but they could like.
But
we made this outfit.
They're saving the outfit for the reveal
to give hope, to other soldiers that you are there.
They don't want any of that. They want the reveal because they have him dressed like a jackass.
Yeah.
And then but that's all he needed was like, here, did you get your shield? Like so and so made it before he got shot in the face or whatever the fuck it is. Say that.
Yeah.
So now he's sitting in the bush. He whips his fucking shield at this goddamn sniper tower. If you watch it, the shield, it's obviously a miniature.
Oh, I think I read this too. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I noticed it before I read it because when you watch it hit, nothing leaves, but then you get that shitty animation of it coming back.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch that scene, if I can find it, I'll post it. But you watch it, and it hits, and you can follow it just sit there.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. But, I mean... Like,
there,
you use a cutaway. Like, there has to be somebody crafty enough to be like, oh, let's get it and do a cutaway.
I would just have him throw it, have not a return, have the thing fall down, and then just cut to Cap catching a shield. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to show it coming back.
True. That would have been way better.
If you want to do a better budget, just do a reverse of him throwing it, and then be like, huh? You know, like,
or have somebody off stage just kind of whip it because it's fucking probably weighs a pound and a half anyways.
That would be a couple scenes trying to get it right because you saw how he threw it. This guy has no hand-eye coordination.
No, he's got little to none. He's no good at it.
Yeah, so he meets Red Skull.
So now he fights everybody. He just whips his shield at everybody, which I don't get because he hits a couple people. Even later on, he hits that chick on the motorcycle with the shield. And these people should either lose their heads or become immediately comatose. Yeah. Nobody.
Yeah.
They just fall over. Like, if this thing if it can stick into a wall, and I get it, you can change the velocity you throw it at, but if it can stick into a wall, it's cutting heads off.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. When later on, when the president has it and he hits someone on the head with it, he almost looked like he was gonna like slice their head off. Like that's how strong the shield would be.
Oh yeah. And now he makes it in, and Red Skull he's jacked.
Yeah, well he's Red Skull.
He's a big. It looks like shit.
He doesn't look that bad.
He doesn't look that good, but he's got an obsession with making these English jokes.
Because it does make if they said the one line that would have made that okay was like, I heard you were coming, so I learned English yesterday. Like, to show how super smart he is that he can learn a language in a day, but it's still pretty bad. They've done that in some other movies. I think there's a really good Superman comic called Red Sun where Superman lands in Russia, and then he gets raised Russian, and then when he meets Batman, there's a really great scene where he's speaking to Batman in English. He's like, I'm sorry, my English isn't so good. I stopped at a library on the way to meeting you and super read how to speak English.
Right.
So I'm still a little off. So it basically was like, wow, this guy's impressive, but he just learned English a second ago. Right. Like, he could have been done that with Red Skull.
I didn't know Red Skull had super... I mean, I guess he's a prodigy, so it's covered all in that.
Well, no, not just that. But he's the super serum. It made him super super. Because he was intelligent, so it made him super intelligent.
Yeah, but we also get the proof from what you were saying that Captain America gets no fucking training because he's a terrible fucking fighter.
Well,
he just gets his ass
doesn't
handed
get
to
any
him.
better as the movie goes.
No, he doesn't. He gets none better.
Okay, remember this now. Remember how he infiltrated the base? It was all stealth operation. Just remember that,
Yes.
and then we'll come back to it later. Yeah. So then Red Skull clearly has the upper hand, and just
Definitely. Only one upper hand in a minute.
Ooh, I see. What
So
you
he
did
real easily ties Cap to a rocket.
Of course, that's what you do.
Then
And then he
Cap,
says, and then of course he says his evil plan because
he says his evil plan,
tie your bad guy to.
but he makes what is this his fourth English joke within this 1 minute scene.
I didn't catch it.
He just I can't remember what he says.
I just have right.
But he makes
I've
these
written
jokes
down
about
here,
English.
Skull's broken English is very annoying.
No, but he comments and makes these little shot one-liners about. I wish I wrote them down, but yeah, just like.
Yeah, I also write clearly he's more experienced.
And then so he's tied. He fucking reveals his plan.
Of course he does, because it's the 90s.
Yeah, and then Cap goes and he flies away in the rocket. Notice he doesn't have his shield with him.
Why does he get it back? Yeah,
He has it when he emerges in Encino Man from that block of ice.
that's true. Maybe they just
So,
attached it to his back. And
Why
then
would they
sent
fucking give it to him?
Why not?
Why would they? Why would if you were my fucking nemesis
Yeah.
and you're
And I had a signature
you had a signature weapon, whatever it
You
is,
just keep it away from me the whole time.
and I take it from you because I don't want you beating me up with your secret weapon, and I tie you to a rocket, I'm not going to be like, well, maybe you should go with this.
Oh, well.
You know, like Wolverine can't do anything and can't take his claws out, so obviously he's just going to have
Let's
them.
take his claws off him.
You know, I mean, I'll put like iron gloves on him and try to stop him, but like I'm not going to say, oh, here's your shield, Cap.
Iron gloves.
So rocket launches, he's flying. Then we get this weird shot of this kid wanting to be president, which is an admirable thing to want to be, I guess.
Oh, and he doesn't want to be president yet. He's outside the White House trying to take a photo of it. And then
Yeah, well,
Cap-
he's totally like amazed by the idea of presidencies and the fact that he's at the White House, which was a thing. Like people had that kind of dedication and what's it called? Zeal? Is that a good word? Zeal? Zeal?
What?
It just had like this awe about him.
Yeah.
To where it was like, oh, but we're in the White House, or we're in D.C. How can I sleep?
Yeah.
This is America.
But he just saw Cap kick the bomb out of the way.
Well, but that's it. He goes. He sneaks out.
This is the president. This is little Ronnie Cox.
No. This is little Kimball.
Yeah, Ronnie Cox is the actor.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So little Kimball's just like, we're in D.C. Mom.
To my knowledge, the second. He's played the president in 2 movies.
Detective
That
John Kimball.
and the G.I. Joe movie.
Oh,
2 of them. He's in both of them, I think.
good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Do you think he was thinking that when he was filming G.I. Joe? He was like, I was a president in Captain America, god damn it.
I can do this. It's on my resume.
Yeah, like oh, I have a great piece of trivia that to this day, let's see if I can pull it up, just so I get it exactly right. To this day, Ronnie Cox said that this was the best script he's ever read.
Yes, you're right.
But how those guys messed the film up, I'll never know.
Yeah,
Like a quote. From
definitely. Like, I mean, I'm sure the script was good.
It's not bad, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
It's original, but it's not true.
The execution was piss poor.
Yeah.
And so now, do you notice when he's sneaking out of the house to sneak out to take a picture of the White House, he's going through his parents' room.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're in a hotel and this is why he's going through that room, but it looks like a regular ass house,
Yeah.
which also confuses me as to why he's so amazed that they're in D.C. because it seems like they're pretty settled in.
Yeah.
There's no boxes everywhere. They made no mention about just moving there.
What? Just don't trip on the plot hole, would you?
I mean, it's a big plot hole to trip in. So he sneaks out, and then now he's on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
Apparently,
And he happened to get a Cap flying
he's
by.
he's trying to take a picture of the White House. He sees this rock, and he's like, huh? And then he gets a little bit bugged out, and then all of a sudden he takes a picture of Captain America.
Perfect photo of his face.
Somehow, Captain America can see this kid. Now he's tied back to a rocket, going head first into the White House. Somehow he's able to fucking Mr. Fantastic his head around and say, oh no, not the little kid. I don't think he's so much worried about the White House as much as he is this little kid that he shouldn't be able to see.
He's Cap. He's worried about every American.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. But he kicks the wing of the rocket. Now,
Yeah.
kicking the wing of the rocket is probably not going to alter its flight plan more or less, or rather than send it into a death spiral.
I want to know the amount of miles between the White House and where did it end up? Alaska?
Alaska, yes.
I want to know the amount of miles.
We don't need to know the amount of miles. We just need to know that if you held up a map of the United States, Alaska is so far the fuck out of the way, it's in a small box in the bottom right-hand corner that just says Alaska. Like, it's too far up into Canada for us to include it. We need to put it in a separate box.
It's not actually down there, Rob. But he kicked it so
No,
hard
I understand it's not down there. I'm just saying, like, you got your picture. It's so far up here
they just have
that they just need to be like, we're not going to include that much of Canada.
Yeah.
So let's just Photoshop it in a box down here. I mean, what is it? Isn't it like 6,000 miles or some shit from California to New York?
Yeah.
It's quite a few thousand miles.
Quite a few.
So not only does this rocket make it from Russia to the East Coast.
No, to Germany.
I'm sorry, yes, from Germany to the East Coast. It's now going...
It bounces.
Practically back to Germany. Like, distance-wise.
Distance-wise? Maybe a little shorter, but I see what you mean.
How much fuel does this rocket have?
Well,
it's only supposed to go...
Maybe that's what happened. It ran out of fuel, therefore it couldn't explode because it's not powered.
So oh, fuck. No.
So anyway,
there's so much fuel in this rocket.
We are dragging. This is a short movie that we are really minute by minute.
Well, there's so many problems in it. There's this huge chunk that doesn't fucking matter later on.
Crash lands on ice. We get the standard Captain America.
Yeah.
And then we get the whole bunch of like... Kimball for president. No. It was like...
It was just a montage throughout the years of what's going on.
It was like...
But everything...
Kid Kimball graduates high school. Like,
yeah, everything was very Kimball.
When Obama graduated high school, was there a headline saying, Obama graduated high school? Like, no. Because who is this guy? You know what I mean?
No, but I want to say that there was something done. Like, Kimball did something when he was a kid. So it gave him the public eye or whatever. But I don't fucking know. You get this... shitty whatever, the montage through the decades. I read somewhere that there's a default headline that just runs in every fucking thing it's just something stupid, and there's like all these different typos.
I was surprised that I thought they were going to do Captain America in the 40s, much like the movie. I was surprised they spent so much time in the 90s. Do you get me? I thought they were just going to stick with World War II Captain America.
No.
Like, much like the movie, I guess. Maybe I'm comparing again.
Well, I mean, you have to let go of that new movie.
Yeah, I do, and it's hard.
It's not that hard, because we're talking about this movie.
I can't do it.
Got to. Like, you can compare it, like, to me, you can compare it to the comic book, or, like, to the comic book runs, but, like, the other movie, they try to do better than this. Like,
so we have President Kimball, President Little Boy with the photograph. He is in a sports coat and jeans in the White House. This is a 90s. Oh, yeah. Did Bill Clinton ever wear that?
Probably.
That's what I want to know.
Probably. I know he's wearing it now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if anybody's doing it, Clinton's doing it.
Hey, man.
Definitely. He's not pulling intern Gina like that in a fucking full suit.
Yeah, man.
It's fucking...
No, he's just super chill, and apparently there's a whole bunch of like, so he's trying to get this like whole bunch of liberal laws passed about like environment and shit, and that's why everyone hates him or something because he's so like
because he's trying to do good.
He's trying to do good, but people don't want that.
No, I mean he's not worried about the money and shit.
And then fucking Cap comes back in what is it? Sorry, I had it written down. Cut to Alaska, and sorry. Cap is finding the ice in Alaska by the West German field station. That would the Germans have a station in Alaska.
Seems like.
And if I was Cap and I woke up and I started hearing everyone speaking German, I don't know where it was, but if I was speaking German, I would start killing people. You know what I mean? I wanted to see that. I wanted to see him fight them.
Well, he's not.
It's a different time. You hear people speaking German.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he has no fucking clue. He's freaked out by everything.
Yeah. But he doesn't even know he's in the future
But they just show him break out of the ice and then, like...
run away.
That's it. He's just gone.
That's it.
And he just ends up in Canada. Which makes sense because Canada's way closer to Alaska.
Of course.
So, but then the president gets word of this.
Yeah, somehow.
They found somebody, and he's all jazzed because him and fucking
Sam.
Is his name Sam?
I think.
Yeah, his name's Sam, because he's got to get his long johns. They're all jazzed, but it seems like Sam's got a different.
I hate that character.
A different objective.
He's
than
all
President
about
Kimball does.
conspiracies and shit.
Right, but well, I mean, I guess
He's
Captain
trying to
America would be
get the bigger
conspiracies.
conspiracy that the Red Skull's controlling most of the government.
But you notice, then Kimball pulls out a Captain America picture in his wallet.
Because it's the one that he took.
It's the one that he took. How old is this picture? 50 years old?
The picture was in 40. Sorry, the picture was in 43.
And then we're in 90.
Yeah,
Yeah, so we're pushing 50 years.
close, but not.
That picture would
not-
be
not
way
there
more
yet.
fucked up.
30.
Because look at Homeboy's little fucking, his dumb little thing that he's
Oh,
carrying
I
around.
hated that.
There's no
I
point.
just didn't like Sam as a character. This whole
I didn't like anybody in
conspiracy
his
is trying to put
characters.
That Skull is this giant kingpin who controls everything. Yeah. So then he meets up with. So Cap doesn't believe it's the 90s,
Mhm.
which I get. You know,
Yeah, he's not
it'd be
going
hard
to.
to convince me that I've been asleep for that long, kind
Right.
of thing. You know, same kind of thing that we were talking about earlier. I would need someone to really sit me down and be like, "Listen, you've been unconscious for 20 something or
Right.
30 something years.
Roll out the new technology. Show me a
Yes.
television.
There's a thing called back then, a wireless phone, like
Yeah.
A-
Jesus, the thing was big.
a car phone, Tamagotchis.
Oh yeah, 90s Tamagotchi. Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah.
ooh. So new
And then-
skull figures. So we cut back to the new Red Skull who has
Yeah.
that
Plastic
shitty-
surgery.
didn't make sense. Why
super,
not just
super
no,
slick hair?
He's called the Red Skull. You know what I mean? Like why? Or at least we don't get to see it again.
Oh, that's right. They don't do it at all, do they?
No.
No. It was probably like a budget thing. They're probably like, we can't keep putting this
Which
motherfucker
budget
in
were
make.
they doing? Put on their chill on his face.
Well, because he has to go
Was
in
that not
like
the same?
no, I mean he has to go in. The way they do it now, they have to go in. They go through like 3 hours worth of makeup, do all this shit. So they're probably just like, plastic surgery, and Wall Street hair, ready to go.
Yeah, Wall Street hair. Yeah, that's the 90s.
Super Wall Street hair.
90s. And he's not even in America.
And then he's talking to his daughter.
And his daughter was like, take Cap out.
Yeah, it's like he told her to go fucking kill him. So they go to Canada.
If he's a master kingpin, he must have a bunch of master assassins.
Yeah, like why hire your daughter?
Yeah.
Like I get it. You want to give her first like evil break.
Maybe it's the budget. You know, you have to pay your daughter. You have to pay a super assassin.
Yep.
Sam meets up with fucking Captain America.
No, not yet, because you have to have that chase through the forest.
Oh,
And then
Sam bumps into them.
you have the
during
motorcycles.
the
and
chase.
this is when you get the daughter getting nailed in the head with the fucking shield.
She does.
Doesn't lose her fucking head. Gets up fucking immediately,
Oh yeah.
and then just starts dumping on him. Then he finds the truck, gets in with Sam, and Sam doesn't really offer too much shit to Captain America. Just starts fucking
Or
drilling
like
him.
the Red Skull took out JFK and Martin Luther King, and I was like, when I was watching, I was like, why are you saying all this? He has no idea who
Yeah.
these people are, and then he's like,
Yeah.
wait.
And
a
you
second.
read the fact that he just came out of fucking ice. It's not like
Yeah,
you finally found him and didn't know what the fuck was going on with him.
yeah. This is literally days before he's been unpopsicalized.
Right. Demolition Man.
Ooh.
Teddy bear. So,
So
yeah, he runs with him. He's killing everybody. He's behind all these fucking assassinations,
and then
and Cap gets sick.
he does that. Ooh, our second gun of the movie.
Yeah.
He does this whole. What's his line? Will you pull over and I'm gonna be sick.
Yeah. And I was just like, this time I was just like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, we are getting sick for what?
It's a clever line. I don't think many people get out of their car anymore. And
No, fuck no. They just throw up out the window.
yeah, or even as a driver, you know, like, are you okay? And run after them. It's
Yeah.
such a shit move. I feel that if that
Oh,
happened, someone could easily just like punch him on the way to the car.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, Cap should have just subdued him anyways. Just socked him in the jaw.
He's Cap America
And put him in the
Just
fucking
one
trunk.
punch to the face. Boom.
You're the American hero. Like, save him. Like, don't strand him. You know all these people are running around shooting,
Yeah.
and you're just like, he'll be okay.
And then what? He just drives right to California.
Just dry. Well, he starts to go, and then he ends
That
up
music
walking or
during it
something.
was so good.
You know what? The song's not that bad. It was terribly executed, but the song's not that bad. So then he ends up at Bernie's house. He gets beat up by some girl.
No, he can't handle the fact that it's. I remember he was in 90s California, and there's like with women in thongs on the beach and all that.
He couldn't deal with it. He's in a trench coat, looking like a pervert.
Yeah. He's like, what? Like, what is this? And
No,
maybe not arrested because it's California. There's weirdos everywhere, but no one would approach him.
Fuck no.
No. So he gets to his old house that hasn't changed.
He gets to Bernie's house, yeah.
Yeah. And then he sees Bernie's daughter. Is that Sharon? Is that who the lady is that during the whole movie?
Yeah.
That person just appeared out of nowhere. Because maybe
that's the daughter.
When we're introduced to her, she's wearing a hat and sunglasses. So don't blame me for not recognizing her as the same person in the rest of the film.
Right.
But
yeah, that's who he's buddying along with.
And then he meets old Sharon.
Old Bernie, sorry.
Hits on her still. Huh?
Still hits on her.
Oh, well, he's a good guy. He's better now. He's better now than after he.
Yeah, because he's not fucking limping.
And he hasn't told anyone, I've been on ice. I have superpowers. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's like, how are you no one's asking him, how are you the same? You know, like, how have you not aged?
Yeah, nobody's worried about it. This movie is not worried about explaining anything.
No.
At all.
No, it doesn't need to. You as a viewer know everything.
Yeah.
You know the history of Cap, the fucking the Human Torch. Oh, there was I have it written.
Yeah, the Human Torch and the submarine or the
submariner.
Yeah.
Namor.
Yeah.
The first mutant, or considered the first mutant on paper.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice.
King of Atlantis.
Yeah.
There's
and that was when they were discussing who. Oh, did you see him? He was on the rocket. Was it Human Torch? Did he look like blah, blah, blah? And they named like a couple other stupid fucking things.
So I thought, maybe they were trying to start something.
But that thing that he carries around, that Sam carries around, that badge, is that a superhero too? Like a real one or a made up one?
What did the badge say? I forget.
I don't remember what the badge says, but they say the name a couple times of said superhero. I just can't remember.
I think they were I think they were the one who were talking about. The kids were talking about the Human Torch and so
yeah.
So I think that's where when they were mentioning.
Yeah, but he's got that badge, and I want to say that that's supposed to be another superhero.
Don't know.
Gotcha.
Maybe it's just League of America. No, wrong franchise.
Oh, no, they make a superhero. They make a Superman comment earlier in the movie.
Ooh,
did you not catch that?
No.
They said something like, "Oh, I'm not Superman."
Oof, can't say that.
Yeah.
Imagine being like, "I'm not Jesus Christ."
I believe it was during the Steve Rogers serum theme or scene.
Yeah.
So now we're going. For some reason, Sam shows up.
Yeah.
Tries to tell him about Captain America.
Oh, so wait, he's in Bernie's house. Yeah, and then he meets Jack.
But and then I'm waiting. I was like, where's Captain America this whole time? We find out he's at Sharon's house. He's at the daughter's house.
Yeah.
Watching TV or whatever.
Catching up.
Catching up.
I'm glad they had a scene.
Why isn't he catching up with Bernie? I get that you can't have everybody get shot and killed if Captain America's there, but this lady just assaulted him. She's got no clue what's going on.
Well, the
husband's not suspicious.
Probably Sharon doesn't have the new VHS cassette tape player. You know what I mean? He's young. She's a 90s hip kid. She'll have a cassette player. She has everything recorded.
You're mixing up Sharon and Bernie.
No, I mean Bernie does not have that because she's old. Right. So Sharon probably would in her house.
Yes.
So then, let's watch it in my house.
No, I get you. I'm just saying you mix them up.
Also, Bernie's house gets attacked, and for the sake of the plot.
And that's I'm watching these people get attacked and shit. I'm just like, where the fuck is Captain America?
Oh, Captain America!
Because they don't say she's there at his house.
Martin Luther King.
It's fucking.
Sam dies.
Bad.
Right away, shot in the back.
And then so the only guy left is Jack. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Jack's the only one that hasn't died. He's in the hospital.
Yep.
So they cut over to the hospital. The nurse tells him, "Hey, you guys can't be here anymore. It's noon. It's the middle of the fucking day, and the nurse is kicking him out.
Can't be there. The nurse says it.
The guy's critically injured.
Wrong. This is normal. Sit down, sir. There was not a fuel leak.
There's no fuel leak. You need to leave.
You need to leave.
But right as they're walking out, news break: President's been kidnapped.
I love that. This just in,
and
President. It would be
like a text now.
No, yeah, like it'd be like a number.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. It'd be like we are like it's just like like the announcer was like making the Patriots win another Super Bowl. This just in.
Yeah.
The president has been kidnapped. It would be like, we have horrible news.
Yeah.
The 42nd president of the United States has been kidnapped. FBI are doing everything. Like there would be so much heart into the ones, or the vice president would make a public announcement.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they were just like, oh look,
President
Kimball's gone.
Fuck him. Oh, where'd he go? So now
Ronnie Cox is taken.
And then for some reason, Cap just gets the idea like, we need to go to the diner.
No, he needs to find the diary.
Oh, that's right.
He needs to find the diary of the Italian lady.
Because he immediately knows it's Red Skull.
Because all the information Sam had was they needed the diary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Sam was bitching about the diary. So they go back to the diner. This is where we notice the wasted square footage. And the goons are coming after him, so they hide under the staircase. The good old-fashioned staircase.
What I love is that they're downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
They're downstairs. They're searching around looking for the diary, and then it just cuts to upstairs to just a guy walk. Like it just the scene is like 1, 2, 3, 4 done. That's the scene of upstairs. But this guy with a sweater and sunglasses just walks right up to the waitress and goes, "Where is he?" Like just like that's it. That's all that he says. Cuts back to downstairs, and then and then cuts to downstairs. So I was like, oh, so they're bad guys. Cool. Cool. And then they go down and chase, and you get a little Batman Begins kind of fight, Cap doing his thing. Cap
Batman
like
Begins.
in the shadows and taking out people. This is sorta in a way.
No.
We okay.
No, not
Maybe
at all.
a bit of an amateur Batman Begins.
No. You just have a piss way. It looks like a shitty, like action hero scene.
Yeah.
Like an 80s action hero fight scene.
And yet Cap still isn't showing any superpower or any
super bunny ear superpower because he's throwing people. He's not throwing them over buildings, but he's throwing them further than he could in the first place.
Yes.
Or than anybody else is throwing people.
It's true.
And it's just basic fighting, lead piping, fake kung fuing. You got people going through grates. It's just bad everywhere.
Yeah.
We got some shields get thrown around?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No. He doesn't get the shield out until he's in Rome.
Gotcha.
So Sharon or whatever gets like the damsel gun to the head kind of thing, and then she just I thought we were gonna get good old shield to the face throw, but no.
Too costly.
Oh yeah. The money.
All that money. So where the fuck? Why does it seem like I must have just not given a shit about so much? Because it seems like everything.
No. He was like, "Where's Red Skull?" to the guy, and the guy was like, "I don't know. I get everything from Skull's daughter." Like that kind of.
Right.
So.
Well, because he flipped real quick. He's I'm not going to tell you anything.
Yeah.
And then there's that coat shake, and it's like, okay.
Don't shake my coat one more time.
No,
this thing is brand new. This is the 90s.
And then you get the cut to what?
Rome.
You get the cut to Rome where he's tied up
because she can read Italian because she spent a semester abroad.
That's right.
Of course. So she's like, we need to go to Rome. Meanwhile, in Rome, like they're in Rome right away.
Shoot to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
how they get there? Cap has no money.
No. The president's tied up.
In Rome?
Yeah. This just shows him tied up in Rome. They've got, and their Red Skull's talking to him. We missed something to where the plot, like they wanted to assassinate him. And then Red Skull's like, nah, we'll just mind control him. It'll be easier. Whatever. So that's why they didn't just kill him. They should have just killed him. But he's telling him he's going to fuck him up. He's going to do whatever.
But at this point when Cap's trying to go to Venice, for some reason they get obsessed with the idea of finding out Red Skull's real name. And I was like, why?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Why? Who cares? Why? Yeah. Like, why is that going to be the secret to his power? And when they do eventually find it out, which I forgot his name already, it didn't do anything. What,
they're trying to find more serum, so I believe if they had his name, they'd be able to do record searching.
No, but the way they're acting like it's it's the source of his power. Say his name and his power will.
I don't think so.
I'm just calling bullshit on it.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, thanks.
It's all bullshit.
Ooh, a lot of it is.
I just don't think they were using it as a superpower. Like, I want to say they wanted his name so they can do, like, back research. They can go through the back catalogs or find a folder or, like, a file with his name on it to try to find the serum. Some horse shit.
So Cap's still in his outfit in Rome. At this point, I'm asking in the 90s, where's S.H.I.E.L.D.? Where is a secret organization? Where's Hydra? Actually?
S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra have already been invented at this point in the comics.
Well, Hydra was around. Red Skull made Hydra from well, he didn't, but as far back as continuity goes, Skull and Hydra are one and the same. They never wanted to say Nazis in the comics, really.
Gotcha.
They just wanted to make their own kind of Nazi. They were it's essentially the same thing, but they wanted to make their own Nazi, so they just made Hydra agents and stuff.
Okay.
But S.H.I.E.L.D. was historically made after Captain America was frozen. So S.H.I.E.L.D. was around when he came back, but it just didn't make sense. Like, why is there, where's S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that? Like, Skull's holding the U.S. president. This is like an act of war. Why isn't anyone else getting involved? Why is Cap the only one going in fucking saving the I don't know. It's where's the secret organization trying to call Steve Rogers like, stay out of this. Don't go in there.
It's just a poorly made comic book movie.
Oh yeah,
it's shitty. Which with Stan Lee having a producer's credit, like, I don't see why he didn't catch any of this shit. Yeah. Yeah,
so he does the sick line. Second gun.
Yeah, the sick line.
The gun goes off, and
he drops her ass off in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
No,
and then
can't defend herself.
And then,
nothing.
From this moment, I'm like, I'm not going to see her for a while in the movie.
Nope.
She's out.
Not 2 minutes later.
Next scene, this is when I wanted to say how stealthy he was. He is showing up to what he thinks is the origin of Red Skull's house. Right? This is whoever the Red Skull is. This is his home. Maybe
that's why they needed his name, to figure out where he lived, to try to find something.
Yeah. So
to find the gun.
Oh, wait. Yeah. So he showed up there.
He showed up, knocking at the door.
No, it was just like, hello, like shouting, like, don't mind me, I'm an American. Like, like he's.
Well, he's trying to get the attention of somebody who lives there.
He not incognito at all.
He doesn't need to be.
He would sneak in the back and then
doesn't need to be incognito.
But this could be a Red Skull agent.
It's not. He's just trying to go to a house.
And then she starts speaking Italian, and then what do you know?
Yeah, it's I don't know.
Just left her. Now she's back.
So
they go in, and these guys willingly give all the information they can.
Well, it's not even them. It's the neighbors.
Huh?
It's the neighbors.
Oh, it's the neighbors.
Yeah, that's why she popped her head out of the fucking window. Because it's the neighbors, and they're just like, nobody lives there.
I must have fallen asleep during that.
Yeah.
There was at the 58 minute, I fell asleep, and then I had to watch it from then on.
Oh. So yeah,
I watched it this morning.
The neighbors are just like, yeah, nobody lives there. I guess go ahead. Or no. They found something in the attic, some shit, and then there's like this weird subtitle sequence where there's multiple paragraphs going on, and there's only one line.
Oh, it's definitely
that goes on.
Because you watched it on YouTube.
Yeah,
I watched on YouTube too. It's definitely a fuck up on their part.
Is it?
Oh, it has to be. We didn't get any German at the start when they were speaking German. There was no subtitles.
No. Yeah, I noticed that too. But I don't think they needed subtitles because they probably weren't saying anything.
So they get a cassette player, this shit ass old cassette player that
reel to reel
that he's like, is there anyone, fucking pointless scene. Is there anyone we can talk to about this? And then it cuts to a guy who
she records it.
No, it cuts to a guy who knows how to play it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is so pointless. Why? Right. Why not just have Cap look at it and be like, this is
a kid
as old as I am. Yeah. Click, like play, and then
because the guy didn't fix it or anything.
Yeah, like obviously that's someone's dad who's like, hey, you want to be in the new Captain America movie? Like, I love Captain America.
Yeah, Captain America's the best. Yeah.
I can do an Italian accent.
Fuck.
Like
that shit is fucking piss poor.
So yeah, so they hear the first gun go off in the first act. You know what I mean? They hear the boy playing really nice piano, and then the fucking Nazis coming to kidnap him. They hear his name, which I didn't write down.
I didn't. No, fuck no. Yeah, it was no concern to me.
Oh yeah, it's got nothing to do with anything, so I didn't care.
No, but then, but she records it on her little Walkman.
On her just as old looking Walkman.
why would she think like I need to record this? Because it's just piano and gunshots.
Yeah, well, maybe they sold the guy the fucking thingy.
Well, they could, but it doesn't like piano and gunshots does nothing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I get it. It plays a huge part at the end, but.
And then comes one of the most ridiculous scenes, which is saying something, when they're in the cafe, just chit-chatting back and forth for the next lead. And then who's that just coming over around the corner?
Oh, look, it's the daughter.
It's the daughter of Red Skull. Just first she bumps into them, intentionally, I must say.
Oh, definitely.
And then just starts shooting at him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a good thing they were sitting at the bulletproof wooden table.
Oh, yeah. And then a whole bunch, like a fight scene, like a chase scene. And then...
Fruit cart gets destroyed.
Yes.
I love that.
And then they loop around and pick up her wallet, which has her ID in it. Now, Rob, tell me this. You're going to go assassinate someone.
Yep.
What do you bring with you?
Well, if I'm doing it the way they're doing it, I'm bringing all my personal effects with me.
I'm bringing my ID. I'm bringing my social security number. I'm bringing... I'm not wearing gloves on my gun. So if I drop it, there'll be fingerprints. I'm leaving a stool sample. I'm spitting on the floor constantly.
Gotta have a stool sample with you.
Oh yeah.
And it's just
fucking.
What I noticed about this movie is, I don't know what's wrong with Italian cars,
but they're tiny.
But no, they're not faster than a human being.
Oh, did you see the scene when he's running from a car?
Yeah.
And then the two kids playing with the ball. Now, if I was the director, I'd be like, cool, I haven't done Cap doing something cool in a while.
Yeah.
I'll have him pick up the kids and do a backflip over the car, or at least pick up the kids, start to jump, cut away, have someone jumping over the camera, and then have the car run into the wall. Mm-hmm. But no, he just picks them up and goes right. You know, like
but I think again it has to do with the budget, because no cars get damaged in this. There's no like extreme driving.
That's a good point.
There's no nothing. Like these chase scenes are so fucking pointless because there's just nothing.
The car after he.
There's a fucking Porsche later on that they're outrunning.
After he picks up the kids and takes them and just moves them to the right, the car isn't even able to get to where the kids were because there was a little smaller archway, and the car just like, no, can't make that.
Yep.
And stops.
So much safety.
And then while he was getting out of the car, that's when we get a bit of Captain America, and he flips over the car and punches them.
Is that what he does?
I think Cap's like go-to is a punch in the face.
Yeah, well, that's his weapon. He's not pulling his shield out for some fucking reason.
You know what? Face punch. Well, he does pull the shield out in this chase scene a bit because he has a shield in a shitty ass backpack. Right. He's constantly like, "Rah!"
Yeah.
Pew-pew.
Yeah, that's true. And then they get away from him on bicycles.
This bike has no brakes.
Oh yeah, the no brake.
Right off the cliff.
Yeah.
But they just did that scene once.
That's all they could.
Yeah,
couldn't afford it.
Those actors are just getting
wet. They put the bikes down gently
once
because they don't want to scratch on that bicycle. They got to return them.
No, well, you saw how much money he threw at the kid after he. So they were getting chased by people in cars and guns.
He threw too much money at the kids.
Yeah, it was a real guy with a real bike, like because they wanted realism.
Those weren't the actors, wrong kids.
So yeah, right. But he basically they're taking the bike, and she's like, "What are you doing? Why are we riding a bike?" And he's like, "Trust me." And he's just throwing money at him, like just making it rain on him.
Terrible.
And then they just ride it off a cliff.
Yes, it was right off a cliff, and then they go back and get
to the car, the wallet.
Oh, you found my purse! Thank God. Blah, blah,
no,
blah.
She intentionally sounds American, which I did kind of find interesting because then,
but that's the thing. Like you went back to the crime scene.
So a reverse. If I'm in an area and I pick up a purse and someone walks up to me, starts speaking Italian, frantic Italian, and they grab the purse off me, I would be like, "Oh, that's their purse." Right. I don't know what they said, but they sounded frantic, and that's their purse. Right. She was like, "Oh my God, it's totes awesome." Or they probably didn't say totes, but nowadays, we're like, "Oh my God, it was so ox that I didn't get my." I can't even without my wallet. Thank you. You know, like the equivalent of 90s that. And fucking
but you don't question her, like this is a fucking shootout scene.
Yeah. Oh,
and the police aren't there. It's just the wait staff that's picking it up.
It's 90s Italy. You know, there's
Fuck
no
it.
police.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, I see Red Skull daughter ID here.
They don't know the Red Skull's daughter.
Address Castle Island.
Castle Grayskull.
Castle Island off like next left. You know, like
It's yeah, no, it's. So now we got what?
now we got the last
We-
act, and I'm fucking.
We got another good weather scene that turns immediately into a rainy day.
I
Yeah, after it's all nice and fucking sunny.
Yeah.
Then they get the wallet, and then all of a sudden they got umbrellas out,
Yeah.
and then it just goes back to being nice because now they find a new car another shit car that outrun Porsches.
Yes.
But
But they know they can't outrun, so she fucking kicks Cap out.
right, then she gets sick.
Huh?
She gets sick.
Oh.
She gets car sick.
Ooh.
Then kicks Cap out.
Clever.
Then drives away and
Full
gets
circle.
caught.
Yeah, intentionally. To
Is
give
that what it
Cap a
was?
chance. Yeah.
I didn't think that. I thought she was really trying to get
no,
away.
No. I saw it as she was like, you have to do this on your own. So she drove to, distract him so Cap could start climbing the mountain.
Ah.
Captain America's climbing the mountain. Why
But he's not climbing the mountain because he's chasing after the fucking car. Because he finds her fucking Walkman on the ground.
Yeah. He just goes right back. And then he
So-
decides to put on his outfit.
Yeah, it's fucking
Finally,
stupid.
Cap puts on his outfit finally with only 17 minutes left of the film.
That's all that's left?
That was all that I was
Fuck.
counting. That's not including the end credits and that stupid
So-
message from the president.
And this is the whole chunk that I fucking skipped because when we first saw the president tied to the chair, he very obviously stole a little bottle of poison, what it looked like. I guess it was acid instead.
Yeah, he tried to.
So now we got a scene where he's getting bullied in the fucking...
What was the operation that they were trying to do? Were they trying to swap faces?
They were trying to mind control him.
Oh,
Because they talk about that because, yeah, the shit in his molar...
Guess what happens in G.I. Joe at
Really?
the end?
They got the molar?
He gets kidnapped, and then the guy gets a reconstruction to look like him, and then in G.I. Joe 2, Cobra is in charge of the United States.
Jesus.
He's not. Ronnie Cox is not a good president.
No.
I'm gonna say that right now.
He's consistent, though.
He's the president.
Always getting kidnapped.
Yeah.
So they got him. She gets thrown in jail. The girls say some fucking bullshit to her. She sees the president, and she's just like, don't do it. He's pouring acid all over the cell, which doesn't work because it's like a fucking 5 mil.
Oh, I got the president wrong. I'm sorry.
It's like a 5 milliliter
everybody.
bottle.
Jonathan Pryce is the president in G.I. Joe.
Oh,
That guy,
yeah. I don't know who that is. And then, what do we get? We get, after this, we get everybody's fighting. For some reason, the Captain America finally shows up. Now the president's ready to fight. This girl knows how to fight.
No, what I loved is that fucking after he broke out, he went right over to the crate on the floor that led down to Sharon.
Yeah.
And he's like, Sharon, stay right there. Like, there was no previous dialogue between them. There was no nothing, but he just went, Sharon, I'll be right down. Like,
Who said that?
The president, after he broke out.
President was up downstairs.
The president was up, and then there was a little crate on the floor that's how Sharon could see what was going on after she got kidnapped.
Yeah, Sharon was upstairs.
No, Sharon was downstairs.
No way.
Rob, come on. Out of the two of us.
Sharon was upstairs.
No.
Because she looks down at the president and she's just like,
No, she looks up at the president.
Nah.
She could see up.
No way.
Okay, well, you're wrong, but
Gotcha.
sure. So as I said, president automatically knows about Sharon right away.
Well, he knows that there's another American in there.
Oh, yeah. God forbid there's another American kidnapped. Not on this president's watch.
No. not at all.
So he's being chased, and Red Skull's like, "Oh, where are you going, Mr. President?
Shit.
This is a genetic evil accent. I don't know if I'm
No, you're not doing it right at all.
European or German or."
Oh, yeah, he's fucking... He should not have been hired for Red Skull at all.
I don't think he did he's the best actor there.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
So and then he's like, "You need me for
Well,
this.
how does everybody break out?
You need me for your plan." And then the Red Skull's like, of course I do. He's like, well, that's not gonna work. And then he just runs and jumps off the cliff.
Who?
The president.
He jumps off the cliff?
He jumps off of the actual castle because his idea is that Red Skull's going to use me for bad. I'm going to kill myself. But just as he jumped, guess who's climbing the mountain?
Oh, yeah.
And he catches him.
Captain America's climbing the fucking castle.
This is when he's about to. So go back a little bit.
What, because you want to see Sharon upstairs?
Yeah. After that. Much after that. Okay.
This is their little back and forth dialogue. Oh, she looks like a bitch.
Hold it like, okay, it'll be after this, and then she'll look up.
Oh, you're right. I thought he was in the dingier dungeon.
Oh, look, he's looking up.
Yeah.
Please apologize, Rob, on air.
I'm not going to apologize.
One of those people.
No. Oh,
Just,
shit.
maybe next time when I'm right about something, you could, give me a certain bit of credit.
Well, that's why I went and fucking looked at it, because I thought he was downstairs.
So, turn this shit off. I'm not watching it again. Look, he's so fucking pissed off because the doctor's like, it'll take another 20 minutes to be ready. He's like, 20
It has to be fucking 20 minutes. So,
there's only 17 minutes left in the film.
Jesus.
So he catches him.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's fucking Cap and the President running around kicking ass. And
And
there's a scene where there's a bunch of gunfire and the President's running out in front and the Cap's behind him with the shield over himself.
Yeah.
This is the President of the United States. Your job, he is more valuable than you are. You need to fucking run ahead of him. But no, he's like, there's gun.
Because everybody's fighting. No, they're only with each other for a minute. Well, he gets shot. The President gets shot in the arm, right?
Yeah.
Cap gets shot in the arm.
Yeah.
The girl doesn't get shot, but she's going to shoot somebody, and then doesn't shoot somebody, and then she ends up in a fist fight.
Yep.
And then Red Skull just decides to go play piano.
No, Red Skull has a nuke has a atomic bomb or something.
A terrible detonator.
I couldn't even figure out how many minutes were left.
No.
That's going to kill 70 million people in Europe.
Really? He was targeting Europe?
Something like that, yeah.
I thought he was...
Why not,
Well, no, I don't know what he was targeting. I stopped paying attention. I just took very piss-poor notes at this point.
But before that, we get, the Skull's waiting for him in an evil armchair, and then there's, a fighting hand-to-hand, and there's a great scene where the President throws Captain America his shield, and he catches it, and then he uses it for something.
This is where Captain America cuts somebody's head off, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then fucking he just looks at Mr. President. Thanks. And then that's it. And he goes, it's no problem, Cap. Because they figured out who they are. You're the kid. You're Cap. I knew you were real. This and that.
Whoops.
And then fucking so then there's the final evil monologue of Cap, who he gets shot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts playing he's saying anything. Red Skull. He has the fucking speaker and he's playing it out. And I don't know why this works on such an evil character. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is so...
It triggers his memory.
For a second. And then he's like, just one more minute. Like, he needs a second to get to his shield.
Yeah.
Throws his fucking shield. Gosh, this movie keeps going. Hits Red Skull right off of the castle.
He misses him, doesn't it? Because he has to wait for the come around. I want to say he misses him, and then on the boomerang effect is when he hits him. Or was it the boomerang effects he hits the daughter? Because they both get nailed, right? I want to say that's what happens.
No, I have Cap plays recording to distract him, pushing, and then throws shield, pushing Skull off of the cliff, and then on the return, hits his daughter, as he says, "Heads up."
Oh, is there a heads up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This is when he gets shot. Okay. Maybe
he's getting shot by the daughter.
We're watching it now,
and then she gets knocked down.
Oh, it's her purse, my ID.
There's the fucking shit recorder. He's got an Uzi somehow.
And missing
everybody.
Shot.
Missing a target who's laying on the ground.
So just jump ahead a little bit.
He's looking at the detonator.
No, that's too far. It's too far.
Oh, whoa, that ended quickly.
Right? He just said heads up, I'm pretty sure. So go back just a little.
Okay, there he is. God, his fucking makeup looks terrible.
It's awful.
They should have just done the Red Skull face.
Yeah,
she's familiar though, isn't she?
Just kept it Red Skull the whole time. And then he calls out his name, and he's just about to. I was expecting him to chop his arm off, chop his other hand off.
That's right. I didn't even realize he chopped his hand off at the beginning.
Yeah.
I thought he just cut him and it was just piss poor.
No, he cut his own hand off. Remember?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, because he wasn't letting go of his hand.
Yeah. He didn't. Look how he threw it.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
wow. Look at that fall.
Ooh.
That fall's fucking awful.
That's definitely a one take.
He hit. Well, yeah. They're not gonna buy another dummy. Oh, he does hit the girl on the way back.
Heads up.
That got back to him real quick.
It looked like it went through her.
But what happened to her? Did she get off the cliff too?
No,
They didn't have another dummy?
It's not. No, if anything, she got hit inwards.
And then who is this? Is this Shield?
This is the equivalent of Shield, yeah, with fucking stockings on their face. It's not like it's even holes in the mouth.
They have beekeeper masks on. How uncomfortable do you think that suit is?
Probably very. It didn't look like it was very breathable.
It looks like shit.
And then now to like the way they hold each other here, Cap and Sharon, it's basically like, and now to bang my ex's daughter.
You think that's going through his head?
Yes, or at least she's thinking it.
Let's see. That's such a bad look. Look how that thing does it. Like it fits over his eyes all wrong.
Yeah.
Like it just looks highly uncomfortable. That's probably why he didn't wear it for half the goddamn movie.
Oh, it's fucking his. No, it's like Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique in the new one. She didn't want to be in the latest movie because she hated the amount of time dressed up as Mystique.
Really?
But they were like, okay, cool, you can be you as long as you want. You know, like there's a lot of just Jennifer Lawrence, and then when the Mystique scenes are on, it's just her face. Like she's wearing like a regular clothes and just Mystique face. And then at the end of it, fucking she's in her 90s costume with Mystique head and arms on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's probably what they're going to do in the next movie.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, that's that awful movie. What did you think, Rob?
Oh, I didn't like it at all.
Better or worse than fucking...
I know I've seen the first Captain America movie. I don't think I've seen any other ones.
You haven't seen Civil War? Or Winter Soldier?
Oh, yeah.
Winter Soldier's a solid movie.
I don't think I've seen that one. I forgot Civil War was the Captain America.
Yeah, well... Yeah, it's also not, but
yeah,
it's connected with Civil War.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's connected with Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I know that.
It's all about him.
Well, there was Captain America, something else, Winter Soldier, and then Civil War?
No, there was Captain America, and then the Avengers.
Okay, that's right.
So then, after the Avengers, you got Iron Man 3, fucking...
it's the standalones that I haven't watched.
Thor 2 was after the Avengers. And then...
I like Thor 1.
And then,
I'm going to have to go back and watch all of them.
You should, or just these ones you haven't seen.
Well, that's all the standalones I haven't seen.
Really?
Pretty much.
Oh.
Like, I know I tried to watch the first Iron Man, didn't make it through it.
It's okay.
I watched the
Iron
first
Man 2
Captain
and 3
America.
sucks. I hate them.
Everybody's supposed to not like Iron Man 2, right?
I think everyone doesn't like Iron Man 3, pretty sure.
And then Thor, I saw the first Thor.
Second Thor is okay.
Is that the one with the red stuff?
No, that's 2. In London?
Yeah.
No, that's 2.
Yeah, I think I've seen parts of that one.
I would say you liked Thor 1, I'm not going to lie. I'm surprised by that. Because it's so much...
No, Thor 1's good.
It's so much, do ye think I am worthy? I do not think you are worthy. I think you are a boy. Like,
it was funny to me.
Oh, well, maybe...
Because of how stupid they played. Like, they played him good stupid. So I was like, I like it.
I'm happy that movie's behind us, to be honest.
Indeed it is.
It is hot in here.
It's not that bad. It's definitely not.
Stop whining.
I'm not even whining.
No. You're saying to me, it's not that bad, man.
No, it's not. I thought it'd be way worse, especially... even at noon, it wasn't that bad. But, yeah. So, go watch Winter Soldier. Go
watch Winter Soldier.
Go watch 90s fucking Captain America. Tell us what you think. Send us the emails, the Twitters, the Facebooks.
Whatever. TheMarsPod@gmail.com. We're on Facebook at TheMarsPod.
Yep. Same at the Twitter.
Grindr.
Not on Grindr. Yeah. Let us know. Let us know what we can do better, if we're doing good. So what is it? Subscribe, rate, and review? Is that what everybody says?
If you know any evil people, send me something. I would love to. I like to hear about little evil people, especially ones that get their justice to them. Not like I don't want stories of people being bad and then not getting their Walkmens. You know what I mean?
They're just desserts.
They're just desserts. I want some.
Fuck,
Ooh,
they're
Matt
just
DC's just desserts.
There you go.
Oh, we'll do
There
a
you
whole
go.
episode on that.
Desserts all day.
All day.
All right, guys. Well, enjoy your week. We'll be back with another one for you shortly. Take care. We're not gonna look at the camera because we don't even know what's going on yet.